This level of discipline doesn't motivate you, it replaces you. If you lived like this for 30 days, the person you are right now would not survive. Not because it's cruel, but because it allows no comfort, no excuses, no emotional negotiation. Every weakness you protected would be exposed. Every story you tell yourself would collapse under silence. This is why discipline terrifies the undisciplined. It doesn't argue, it doesn't inspire, it commands. It strips away the illusion of choice until only action remains. Ancient warriors understood this. They didn't fear pain, they feared the moment escape disappeared. When discipline became law, not preference. When the mind stopped negotiating and started obeying. And once that threshold is crossed, there is no applause, no return to comfort, only a narrow path forward where the old self falls behind and something colder. Ancient masters issued a warning that modern ears no longer recognize. Discipline was never designed to make you feel better. It was designed to break you apart. In Shaolin halls and Stoic courts, discipline was sacred because it destroyed identity before it built strength. The self you arrived with was considered the enemy. Training meant isolation, silence, repetition. Days without praise, nights without comfort, movements repeated until thought dissolved. Contrast that with today's world. Endless stimulation, constant comfort, applause on demand. A life engineered to soothe the ego, not command it. Here is the tension they understood. Comfort creates men who cannot command themselves. When nothing resists you, nothing sharpens you. Strength decays quietly, disguised as convenience. Discipline, by contrast, applies pressure where the ego hides. It denies shortcuts, it refuses negotiation. And that refusal is why it was feared. Because with discipline, power grows while excuses die, and something inside you must suffer so something stronger can stand. That ancient warning lingers unanswered as the next lesson reveals what obedience costs when comfort finally loses its throne forever now. Discipline feels scary for a reason no one admits. It is not the pain, it is not the effort. It is the moment your excuses are taken away and you are left alone with the truth. Discipline does not shout, it removes. It strips away mood-based action, emotional indulgence, and the quiet habit of postponing responsibility until tomorrow feels safer. Under discipline, you cannot hide behind how you feel. You move when you do not want to. You act when motivation is absent. And that is terrifying because it exposes who has been in control all along. Not fate, not circumstances, you. Ancient warriors described discipline as a mirror that never lies. You stand before it daily, and it reflects exactly what you have done, not what you intended. No sympathy, no reinterpretation, just evidence. This is why people resist it so violently. Most people do not fear hard work. They fear discovering they were capable all along and chose comfort instead. Discipline forces that realization without mercy. And once you see yourself clearly, you cannot unsee it. What comes next is the moment when negotiation ends and a harsher decision must be made, and there is no turning back. There is a moment that changes everything, and it does not arrive with emotion, it arrives with silence. This is the day feelings stop being consulted, the day discipline stops asking permission and becomes law. The inner dialogue ends, the constant bargaining with comfort finally collapses. Ancient warriors recognized this threshold immediately. They understood that freedom does not come from choice, but from obedience to something higher than impulse. Before mastery, there must be submission. Before clarity, restraint. Obedience was not weakness, it was the doorway. At this point, identity shifts. The question, how do I feel, loses authority. It is replaced by a colder, sharper command. What must be done?
The body moves even when the mind resists. Action happens without ceremony, without reassurance. Life grows quieter here. Fewer thoughts, fewer explanations, but it also grows heavier. Every action carries weight. Every decision leaves a mark. There is no distraction to soften responsibility. This is where many turn back, mistaking silence for emptiness. But those who remained discover something unsettling. When negotiation ends, power enters, and with it comes the next trial, where discipline must survive repetition, isolation, and the relentless test of each ordinary day without mercy remaining. Discipline becomes truly frightening when it is written as law. The first law is non-negotiable discipline. There is no debate with the mind, no waiting for alignment. Action comes first, emotion follows later. Ancient training demanded obedience before mastery, because a will that argues cannot be trusted in battle or life. The second law is silence. No explaining yourself, no broadcasting struggle, no hunting for validation. Silence terrifies the modern mind because it removes witnesses. Energy is no longer leaked through words. Focus sharpens. Power accumulates quietly, unseen, uncelebrated. The third law is scheduled pain. Cold mornings, fatigued muscles, repetition without excitement. Pain is not accidental, it is deliberate. It removes illusion. It teaches what comfort hides. When pain is expected, fear loses its leverage and comfort becomes irrelevant. The final law is consistency over intensity. No dramatic surges, no heroic bursts, only small actions executed daily without emotion. Discipline is boring, repetitive, almost invisible. That is exactly why it works. Intensity feeds the ego, consistency starves it. Together, these laws erase weakness by design. They terrify because they leave nothing to hide behind. No mood, no applause, no escape. The modern mind rebels against such order, sensing what is at stake. Because once these laws are accepted, discipline stops feeling like effort and starts feeling like fate, leading directly into the daily war few are willing to fight. This is the price of command, paid slowly, privately, every day, long before victory ever appears to anyone still standing alone. Discipline is not tested in moments of inspiration. It is tested every morning when the body resists and the mind begins to bargain. Just 5 more minutes. Just today, rest. Emotional sabotage arrives quietly, dressed as reason, asking you to delay what you already decided. Ancient warriors knew this hour decided everything. The battle is won before the sun rises. If command is established here, the day obeys. If it fails, excuses multiply and discipline fractures by nightfall. There is no hype in this war, no transformation montage, no dramatic music, only repetition carried out in silence. The same actions, the same standards, performed when no one is watching and nothing feels rewarding. Solitude replaces encouragement. Silence replaces applause. This is where most retreat. Living this way feels lonely because it is. Few can tolerate a life without constant affirmation. Fewer can endure progress that offers no immediate proof. Discipline asks you to trust the process without evidence, to stand alone with your standards intact. Each morning you either win or surrender invisibly. The truth is this: no one sees the outcome being decided except you. Tomorrow does not care what you intended today, and the war resumes before dawn. Over time, discipline begins to change something deeper than behavior. Distraction loses its grip. Noise fades. What once pulled your attention now feels distant, almost irrelevant. Emotional reactions soften, not because you feel less, but because you are no longer owned by them. Under pressure, calm replaces panic. Where others rush, you slow. Where others react, you observe. Opinions no longer carry weight. Praise and criticism pass through without attachment. Ancient warriors saw this as the true outcome of training. Fear dissolves when the mind no longer negotiates with it. Identity stabilizes when action aligns with principle, day after day. Pain transforms as well. It stops being personal. It stops being dramatic. Pain becomes information, a signal, a teacher. It tells you where you are weak, where you must adapt, where growth is required. Suffering disappears because resistance disappears with it. This transformation is terrifying to those who rely on emotion to feel alive. Discipline creates a different kind of presence, quiet, grounded, unshakable. At this level, discipline doesn't build